I was reflecting on like the fear of being seen and why like maybe I don't show up a lot. Um in this reflection, I know it's attributed to a lot of things uh when it comes to thinking about like people who are afraid of being seen or just not showing up anywhere. I do have like a lot of different experiences that like maybe caused it, but to be honest, I think what it boils down to the most sometimes, well, I'll say sometimes because it's not all the time, but sometimes the most, if that makes sense. It's more so about being sure of what I am saying or presenting, kind of thing. And as like someone who is extremely sensitive and can sense or see different like perspectives and stuff, it's very easy to take on those things as my own. And over the years, I've had to learn or at least be aware of me doing that, and having to like take steps back and constantly evaluate, which could come off as being in analysis paralysis and over analyzing and stuff. But in some cases, it's actually necessary for someone like me to be absolutely sure and to not only recognize like, okay, this may not be this may not be mine, or this isn't something that is from me or even from God. It's something from somewhere else. And I would also have to evaluate or kind of pinpoint, okay, well, where did this come from? Like, where is this coming from? Especially when it like eases in. You ever see I don't know why I thought about this, but you ever seen like the Rick and Morty episode? I think it's called Total Recall or something. I don't know, but it's when like those characters would like pop up that weren't real, like they were aliens, but they would pop up and they would like implant in like the main six, I think it was six, the main six characters' memories, and it would make them believe like they were always there, but they were never there in the first place, and they were just like playing tricks to get them to like get them to believe that they were always there, and so that they could like get them to open, I think it was getting them to open like the house or something so they could leave or something. It's been a while since I watched it, but it's kind of like that, where you you um you start thinking these things, and it could very easily come from someplace else, and it will have you believe that it is yours and that it is your thought. And if you don't evaluate it, you'll start to take on that persona and those emotions and that whole like thought process when it was never yours to begin with. And this is something that I've had to really evaluate over the years. And I mean, obviously that's not the only thing that's played a role in like me disconnecting from like social media or whatever, but to having to like think about, okay, well, where is this thought coming from, or where is this feeling coming from, especially being someone that's sensitive. I don't even want to say like an empath or anything, but like just someone who could like pick up on things very easily. You have to constantly, I don't want to say like pinpoint and analyze and all of that, but it's like a constant thing, and it could be very exhausting, to be honest. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's very, very exhausting to have to do this. But realizing that, I think that is one of the main things that probably, well, I won't even say probably, that absolutely played a role in my fear of being seen or just showing up or whatever. And recognizing that, also another thing that played a role in it is not only trying to recognize and see, like, and make sure that, okay, this, where did this thought come from? Is it totally mine? Is this really how I feel? It's also trying to make sure, like, is this worth saying? Or is this really what I want to be, like, known for? Is this really what I want people to see when they see me or whatever? Something like that. And I think that, I mean, obviously holds you back from, like, posting and being more visible or whatever that you would want to say for that. But I think at this point, I feel like it's more important to just show up and express. And I feel like a lot of truth could actually come from this expression rather than analyzing, which is necessary. I'm not saying that I'm gonna stop doing that or that no one else should do that, but I'm saying there's something else that could be unlocked if there is some form of expression of what is being explored. And I think that's where I am. I think that's partially why I started this channel, or started, like, posting on social media and stuff. But yeah, fear of being seen. And then another thing, like, obviously there are, like, a lot of different aspects that come into, like, why certain people just have this fear of being seen, especially if you're coming from, like, a certain culture and stuff like that, and how that plays a role in showing up. So it's a lot that goes into a fear of being seen and showing up and being visible. But you know what, I don't really know what else to say, but that's what I wanted to say for now.